Hi, I'm Mrs. Zimmerman. I'm the Lit coach here at Menasha High School. The Lit coach works with students and teachers on different reading and writing strategies. And so I'm going to be walking you guys through your book clubs and doing it through a series of videos. So then that way, when you guys are gone, you can catch up through the videos as to what's going on. And so my goal today is to talk to you guys about the signposts that we're going to be looking for as we read our books. So you might have heard of these before, but kind of think of it like when you're driving down a road and you see different signs, they're telling you something like stop, yield, train tracks coming up. And so the same thing happens when we're reading. And so there are 6 signposts I'm going to introduce you to. And so the first one is contrast and contradictions. And I drew an apple and an orange. That's my attempt at a drawing. Because sometimes people say, oh, it's as different as apples and oranges. And so this would be when a character does the opposite of what you would expect. And so if like your friend is usually really happy and go lucky, and then they come in and they're really sad, that's a red flag. So usually in a book, when a character is doing something that you wouldn't expect, acting in a different way, saying something you wouldn't expect, you're going to stop and you're going to ask yourself, there's different questions that go with this. Why is the character doing that? And I'll put this on a slide so you can have that. The next one is Words of the Wiser. I drew Mr. Hurley. And Words of the Wiser would be when a character, someone usually older and wiser than the main character, gives advice on a topic. And so usually someone comes in and gives some sort of advice to help guide the character through the conflict that they're seeing during the plot. The next signpost, 3 out of 6, is again and again. I did like the little brother and sister, like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. And how that's happening again and again and again. And when that happens, we want to ask ourselves, why does this keep coming up again? So if let's say they keep referencing, I'm trying to think of an example and I'm drawing a blank, but so I'm going to come up with a random example. But let's say they keep referencing this ring in a book. Why do they keep referencing? Why does that keep coming up again and again? What's the meaning of that? Or sometimes it might even be like a word or a phrase. Like there's a short story called 11. She keeps referencing like, I'm not 1, I'm not 2, I'm not 3. And so why does that keep coming up again and again? Next one's an aha moment, and I drew a light bulb. And that's basically when the character is like, oh, I get it. I am figuring this out. The question you ask yourself is, how might this change things? So how might this change things in the book now that the character realized it? 2 more left. Next one is memory moment. So the character is saying, I remember. And authors include a memory moment for a reason. So think about why that memory might be important. And then the last one is tough questions. So tough questions aren't like, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? Even though that might be a tough question right now for you. Tough questions are the deeper questions like, why is everyone mad at me? Or what am I going to do now that my mom left me? And so thinking about those tough questions the character is asking, and what does this question make me wonder about? And so those are the 6 signposts we're going to be using when we're doing some reading. So keep that in mind, and I will come back with another video.